Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're here going into round 3 of the Saskatchewan Farms Classic. Started out strong, not strong enough to make a tour card by any stretch. I certainly was not in that fantasy land. We've still got hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands, at least 1,000 people trying. So I'm not going to hold out much hope here. The problem ends up being, I think the last event, they did qualify 575 people, but I think that was filling out the flights. At this point, I think the groups are going to be much, much smaller, where, we might get a few dozen people each time. It's going to become way, way more difficult. It required 28 under to even have a chance to get a tour card last time, which is actually, I think, better now that I think about it, because I think they went down to 10 under in the initial qualifying. So, yeah, having to shoot then 28 under just to get to CCL was crazy. But that's the reality of how things laid out. We've got to be way under par to have a shot for the foreseeable future, and we're not playing at that level yet. So, let's see what the third round brings. Alright, still the white tees, third pins. Low speed, moderate fairways, soft greens, so probably less bounce, and then green speed would be back to moderate. So all in all, this should bode well for me. I'll ask, as I have in the beginning for a little bit, if you would please like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated, the only thing I ask of folks. But we're back with low wind here again, which was what we had the state in our first round, and then more favorable conditions to us beyond that. So, in theory, if I play well, I should do better than my first round. Alright, not a bad start. So I'll take that. Wow. Alright, we're not going to reach. Ooh, very left. It looks straight, and it was, but it was straight over to the left. This might work. I usually don't like just taking the shot, but it was about 4 yards off. So let's see. It's going to be too far over, but good speed. And at least we get a par again. Alright. That's too thin. I've got to stick. I've got to stick with the safe play. I'm feeling behind, and so I'm starting to get that hero complex, like, oh, but if I just hit this, and then that's how I cause myself problems. So yes, I need to not do that. Nicely struck. Yes, very nice. All right, I will take that. Now, where are we gonna go here? Yeah. All right. Sorry for the weird sound, but I really wasn't thinking it was gonna come back enough. All right. I think that's been a double bogey hole every round up till now, so I'll take that swing of 3. Alright, again, decent. And what have we got? We've got a little bit of wind. That almost seems... I just don't want a big roll. But that almost seems like too much back. Too far to the right, so it may not matter. Yep, well, at least we didn't end up in the bunker. I suppose there is that victory. Gonna go a little harder. Alright, straight at the hole at least, so... Alright, that's the kind of flops we want. Light, and right in the center. Alright, par, birdie, par. Have that kind of around and just keep doing that kind of stuff. That would be nice. Score an eagle or better on hole 4. That would take a lot. On a over 600 yard hole, I just don't have the carry to do that. Because yeah, I still need more than 300 yards now. And then I'd have to hit in from there. So I don't oh boy, definitely not with that hook to the right. Just putting ourselves right back in the grass. Alright, we're gonna go down 4 yards. Yeah, this should be alright here. Okay, at least we're good and straightish. Oh, nice. Alright, I'll take that. Ooh, almost. Almost did not hang on, but it did. So, I like this. These first 4 holes have played nicely. I think I choked up last time and regretted it, so I'm not going to do that this time. Although, I don't know, it's 23 feet down. Yeah, that's too far. What am I thinking? Crazy me? Alright, so... Alright, that's as far as I can go. That might not be enough. We're gonna try, though. Ah, it was a good attempt. Alright, it's definitely another super flop, though. Just get ourselves right there. It would have been awesome if it just fell in, but I think that would be really hard with a super flop. Alright, so it's an iron shot, so this might be alright. Ah, somehow to the right again. I think it was glorious other than that. I don't know what else to say. It was really nice. Alright, well that was nice too, but it would have been much better to have, you know, a birdie there. That would have been beautiful. Alright, not much wind, so we just have to be careful. Alright, not bad. That's probably curving in our favor. Keeps us away from the bunkers. Alright. I'm going to hit actually on the other side of the pin here. And we're going to spin it back a bit. Alright, well we hit perfect power. Still too far, but I think the spin helped us hang on to it. Wow. Oh, I don't like this when it's over like that. Because we just need to get up barely and then let it go down. Oh, I think it hit the hole, but there was just too much speed. So there was no way that was going to hang on. Should be okay. Alright, another par, but it's been a long dry spell without any birdies. Come on. Let's get some more tweeters in there. Okay, we're going to lose about 6 yards. Man. Alright, we're gonna back it off a little. It is just such a tiny lily pad to land on. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. My first ever TGC's hole-in-one. That might be worth a replay. There we go. Perform a hole-in-one from 100 yards or greater. Alright, we don't get a replay, but oh my goodness. Wow. Like I said, sometimes these things feel really good. That certainly did. Wow. Too far to the right. And it did roll in. I was thinking maybe it would hang on. Alright, what do we want to do? A blast. Well, that... Oh, no, actually, that did okay. I'm like, that does not look good. But it did work okay. Alright, well, let's not flub this, so... Just be careful. We're on... Oh, come on! How did that not fall? That really crossed right over the hole. Right in front. Unbelievable. That was a good attempt, though. It's hard not to be excited. I probably should have gone one club lower. In hindsight, that was a very tight landing area. So I kind of created my own difficulty there. I probably would have had a much easier second shot and maybe been playing to a birdie instead of fighting for a par. So kind of shame on me on that. Alright, we're going to choke approach. Alright, I like the direction. Do we have the distance? We do. Alright. So that's the kind of shots we need to be making to have a good shot. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought it was going to lip out. Oh, that's another eagle. Wow. Okay, I did not know that was what we were doing. I thought we were just going for a birdie. But yeah, that's the kind of shots we need to have opportunities. Alright, so we're basically going down 15 yards, so that's 12. So this should get us near the hole. Too far to the right. Yep. Awful. Alright, this is definitely going to be a pick here. And now that's going to go fly. You're driving me nuts. The other one barely went halfway, and that one goes crazy. Whatever. We just need to get to the hill and then not go too far. I know it's a bogey, but just trying to get things back here. Alright. Now this, well, if I go over here, though, there's actually plenty of room over there. The trick is not to go back to the right, and we didn't, so we should be okay. Because what I didn't want to do is go back to the right and then run into the situation. Let's see. It's up 7 feet. It should slow it down enough here. But yeah, I didn't want to go back to the right and end up in the bunker. Okay, nicely played. Because again, I need the rollout, and that's what I was really bad at calling before. Not quite. Alright, just a par. I'm still excited about that first hole-in-one. Now again, that's too small of a landing zone. So we're going to go back and we're going to be conservative. Because again, yeah, I finally got my first perfect in a long while, but even with that, they could have gone astray very quickly. And here I've got, you know, again, a decent opportunity. I think that's hit in the right direction. All right. Squirrels back around a little bit. That's a long way down. I feel like I need to compensate more. Too much. All right. I was wrong. Oh my goodness. Really? Those are awful when it does that. Yeah, that should have been a par. That should have easily been a par. Wow. Okay. So now we're climbing up the hill. A little further right than I would have liked. 275. Wow. Alright, up the hill. That's too far over. It's not going to move that far. Alright, that should be decent. Okay, not bad. It's going to be a tough putt. Nah, it's going to come back, but not quite where I needed it to. But yeah, beautiful, nice close-up seat there. Okay, the final par 5. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that one. Okay, we'll cross 300 yards. So again, there's nothing we can do to get here, but you know, this is probably the better play, just being above the hole. It's too far to the right, though. So I don't like that result. But again, we're uphill. I'm gonna also back this off a little bit more. Ooh, more to the left than I would like. It's hard, so maybe the uphill was not the smartest move in hindsight here. Wow, we did not get the distance. Oh boy, wow, really? Okay, that was not a good read on that. Did not go in the way I wanted. So another bogey gets ourselves back to 10 over for the event. All right, really nice. All right, 15 feet up is going to go back 5 yards. We've got 7 over on the wind. I think we'll be all right. I mean, we'll be... Oh! We won't be as all right as I thought. Wow. Ah, that was a rough shot. Should be okay. All right, that should give me a not a birdie, a par. All right. So just choke it up, because pulling back is too much. Yeah, so good location, just Again, a little further over than I would have liked. So we're up. Hard to tell if I hit that or not. No, really? So now we're just even. I think. Maybe we are a little better than even. I don't know. Okay, that'll come around the way we need it, so that's good. Not quite 330. Alright, it's up in the air. So we're gonna go there, but we're gonna... maybe I won't choke up. Because otherwise we're in danger of being short. Yeah, okay. Glad we didn't choke up. Now can we make it work? Again, very difficult. Very difficult position of the hole. But we get the par at least. We got a bogey last time. But yeah, we're actually 2 under. So, you know, we have the question of was the first round or the second round, which one was the anomaly? Hopefully we're starting to settle on the second round was the anomaly. That would be great, because that's what we need. Basically, first and second round cancel each other out and give us an even. It's that 11 over for round 2 that really puts us in a bad spot. Again, being even wouldn't have mattered the way things are going. Like, I have to be so much better than that to really qualify. So we shall see how everything pieces itself together. But excited to go into round 4, see what that will bring, and hopefully we can have a similar or better result than round 3 and really, you know, finish at least solidly. More importantly, I am happy to see an under par round. That has been pretty difficult. So definitely feeling better about my, you know, all the aspects of my game coming together to achieve the results that are better. So I will see you next time.